Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So, I've been up since about 3 o'clock in the morning. That's Eastern Standard Time. So, yes, it is so early. But what I do, how I start my day, how I find these stocks to trade, well, that's what this video is going to be all about once I start to share my screen with you. I'm going to go over with you what I look for in those top gappers. So once the gappers start rolling in, we get news at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. This is when I'm going to start to look at those top leading gappers in the market that all the day traders are going to be looking at. I am also watching CNBC since the early hours also, and I do a lot of research in the morning. I get on Discord. I post all the most important levels in the SPY and on the Qs. All those levels that really see a lot of action. There's a lot of business that's going to be done at those levels. So you could take trades off of these when and look at this. Nike killing it. So the futures are up a lot, and I think 100 points on the Dow is just based on Nike being up 12% this morning on blowout earnings. That's another thing. If we continue to see these amazing earnings, there's no reason why the market's going to go down, especially when the guidance has been nothing but up during these reports. That's very important. You can have blowout earnings, but if you don't have the guidance for the future, it's not going to matter. Investors always want to be investing for a year out, 2 years out. So they like what they heard and what they see with guidance for 2022. And that's what you're going to want to look for during earnings season this quarter. So guys, it's a little rundown what I do. I've had about 3 cups of coffee already, and it's not even 6 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, this is, it is 6:04 now. So yeah, I'll get to sharing the screen with you guys and go over those stocks that I like to trade. Okay, as promised, we're going to go over the leading gappers in the entire US market. Now, I just took my quick scalp. I was in and out. Actually, let's just see how fast this trade was. It seemed pretty fast. So I bought it at 7:08 and 10 seconds, and I sold it for 1 minute and 18 seconds later for a quick $8 profit. Now, why did I only take 25 shares? It's already up in 15 minutes from 40. Now, I don't know where the top is going to be. It's not even 7:15 in the morning yet. And so that's why in pre-market, I can't set a stop loss. Nobody can. You have to just get in there quick and, hit the bid if you get a flush. So I always decrease risk, and this is how I remain consistently profitable. You have to have a set of rules. So anyway, that's why I only took 25, because I know that some people are going to say, you just took 32 cents in a minute. It could have been a huge winner if you would have just used bigger share size. While that is true, look at my channel and just watch what I do and how I remain consistent, and watch where I enter. That means more than taking 1,000 shares here and having these huge winners and risk my entire account, because that's not what if I was trading full time, yes, I would definitely be trading way more aggressively to pay bills, but I don't have to. So this channel is all about dialing in entries, trading these quality stocks in the morning. And these are momentum stocks. You want to get in and out really quickly. So, okay, this is the point of the video. How do I choose what to trade? Well, the top gappers this morning, to me, looked very, very weak. I always look for volume to come in at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's when a lot of platforms for retail investors open up. So I did notice there was one that was taking in a tremendous amount of volume. Now, this is a scanner right here. And all I do is I'll show you. I go to scan. This is one of my, custom scans. You guys could just copy this if you want. Where is it? Pre-market movers, and click scan. This is the current up to date. Sometimes the watch list can be not delayed data, but if something pops up here really quickly, you get it quicker by clicking scan. Sometimes it takes a minute or two to go to the watch list. Just something to keep in mind. But anyway, the top gappers this morning were not very strong and don't have great catalysts. So I said, if I'm going to trade anything, it's going to have to be something that is being traded massive volume, because usually I wouldn't trade something like this pre-market. The float is just way too high, but everybody knows that space, right? Virgin Galactic. This is a huge meme stock, Wall Street Bet stock. I know I can take some profit out of this one. That's why I traded this one. This is a really good learning lesson here for you guys, because normally my pre-market gappers, I want a low float, and usually I'm not trading something this expensive. Most of the time they're under $10. With this, actually, this catalyst is amazing, and that's why I traded it. This is the best catalyst for this company. Let's see here, FAA. It's not it. So Virgin Galactic gets FAA approval to fly customers to space based on their May test flight. Everything went well. Now, everybody that has dealt with the government knows to get approval from them is so hard to do. So this is a tremendous catalyst for this company. I mean, I can see this thing going way higher than this, because if you look at the daily chart, you have room all the way up to $62 on this thing. This is just the beginning of this move. This catalyst is really, really good. So anyway, the top gappers just were not good as far as catalysts. There was not really good catalysts. So that's why I didn't like this one, falling well below VWAP. I don't even look at this. Not a lot of volume. Another one, this one had a decent catalyst, but still, not showing that much strength. Very low volume for something this cheap of a stock. Now, if this had 2 million shares being traded right now, this I would consider trading, because it does fit. It's got a 62 float. 62 million float is a little high for it, but still, you could take some profit off of that one. This is one that's going and holding over VWAP. This is something that, just looking at it, has a very good catalyst. So this could be one that I would be looking at. The only thing I don't like is the gap percentage is not that high. Now, we're used to seeing stocks gapping up 80%, 90%, 100%, 60%, like really big gappers in the morning. And that draws a lot of attention to it. 18%, while this is giving a great move,
it's just not there yet. Maybe it will get there, maybe it won't get there. But that's just not high enough of a gap percent. Now, if you're saying, well, space is only 11%, I already went over with you. Now, this is some of the experience maybe that comes in. Sorry, I've been up very early in the morning, but some of the experience that comes in trading these, you have to be able to be nimble and just change. That's why this video is so good, because normally I wouldn't be trading something with a high float, with a high price, and only gapping up 10 or 11%. Normally, I would not even be looking at this. The only reason why I am is the attention that it's getting on social media. That's the only reason why I traded this. So I'm just going to go over this trade that I took with you guys while we're at it, looking at it on the bigger screen. Now, I'm just going to insert my trade because I want you guys to know why I took this when I did. This is important. So at 7 o'clock, that's when my platform can start trading. Now, I usually wait and let a stock show me what it's doing instead of just jumping in right away. If I jumped in right away, it would have been a great winner. But it's just not good practice to do that because you don't ever know for sure. So once it did show me strength, it gave me that first move. That's when I start to get interested on a pullback. I always wait. I don't chase up here, because if I would have bought in the 45s instead of a beautiful buy on the pullback at 44.48, that is a whole $1 off 3 minutes before me. 3 minutes I waited to get a great price, and then I took the, like I said, the minute trade, or however long this trade was, I forget. But that's what I did. Waited for a pullback on a very strong stock. I know it has attention. It had a ton of volume. I felt comfortable. I was only going in with 25 shares. I have VWAP protecting me right here. I know exactly where I want to stop out. The risk on this trade was so minimal to get involved in that. But the key here is not to chase the move. Wait for the pullback a little bit, as it wasn't even 8 minutes after 7 o'clock when a lot of the volume starts coming in. So anyway, that's what I look for. So when I'm looking at the gappers, I go over, I start with the mark percent, and I just sort from the highest, right? That makes the most sense. Sort from the highest, and then just go over, click on each one, which I do here. So I'll click on the first one. I have my news here. Click on the second one, go over the catalysts, see how strong they are, very weak under VWAP. This one is showing very good strength. It's got a little 5-minute setup going here. You're going to want to see the break of 525 to continue that strength off the next 5-minute candle. If the next 5-minute candle opens and it goes red and then red again, you could be looking at, as long as it's still over VWAP, for that first 5-minute candle to make a new high. This one, you're gonna want to see stay over VWAP. But space is still doing its thing. I think this is going to do really well today. So that's what I do. I just start at the top, look at the top gappers in the US market. This is the best stocks. These are gapping up the highest in the entire market, and that's where the volume will show. So that's how we trade. That's how I trade. That's how you can trade momentum stocks, and the criteria that I look for. And you're getting a great video here because you saw why I I veered away from something that I technically would not even be looking at, a high float, high price, lower gapper. But now you know why. Now you know why I did take that trade. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're getting some good information out of these videos. If you are, hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel grow, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. Take care, everyone.